All right, I believe we are rolling. Um, Back for another entry for a new video help desk that I'm working on. Um, this one is a follow-up of the previous one that discussed how to remove extensions. You can see I've got a couple of web pages open, and occasionally you will get pop-ups. They're actually not pop-ups. Are legitimate notifications that you have enabled either through your browser or through Windows. There's two places to do it. I'm only going to deal with the browser side today, and they will look like something like this. So hopefully, boom, there we go. I have an example that that it can force a pop-up. You can see this little dude just came up over here and then it disappeared. And with Windows 10, it's a little different than yours, but here it is. I can get rid of it now. Other examples of things that you will see will be if you've, for me, I keep Instagram open and a couple other things like that. I do some YouTube stuff, and whenever I get notifications or someone posts a notification, it will pop up down here and let me know. I also do my text messages on my computer, and so when I get a text, I will also get a notification in that same area. Again, pop that example up, and they'll just randomly look differently. Sometimes they're smaller, sometimes they're different shapes. But anyway, this is typically what you're seeing is some kind of a notification. Again, this is not a pop-up, this is a notification. This is coming from a website that you have okayed notifications. This happens quite often. And typically it happens because people just are, you click too quickly before you read the screens. And I want to show you an example of what that might look like. So MB Action, just a website I tested earlier. This is the one that I read from time to time, has some mountain bike stuff on here. So the page is loading, and as it loads, boom, you're going to get some kind of message like this. It says allow or block. Some people block it. Some people just click allow. I'm going to go ahead and click allow. And boom, so right there by clicking allow, I've now allowed this page to send notifications to me if they choose to through the page or through, or as I'm accessing the page. And that's pretty much it. I will show you in Firefox what that looks like as well too. So that was the Chrome browser. This is the Firefox browser. So tion.com. So I'm going to go to this here, loads the page, and then soon it will pop up and ask me if I want to allow it. And you see it looks slightly different, but it's the same concept. Allow notifications, not now. You could drop down and say never allow. If you don't want it to ask you again, I'm going to go ahead and click allow. And so now then I have allowed that to happen. Okay, so now then let's reverse. That's how you get these. So boom, right there. Thanks for subscribing. So see, I just got a notification down there. So if you see notifications down here like this, and those are bothering you, you don't like them, you want to get rid of them, I've now shown you how it's happened. So now I'm going to show you how to reverse that and make it go away. So let's start with Chrome. The first thing, again, almost everything is in the settings with the dots. And then we do actually want to go to the settings choice. Then we're going to come over here. You could scroll down to the bottom and do the same thing. Look for advanced. And then we want to do privacy and security. And then we're going to scroll down a little bit and look for content settings, which is right here. Click anywhere in this bar. And then now we're in the area we want to find notifications, and here it is. So you click again anywhere in the bar, and you get notifications. So you can see up the top it says block, and there's a whole long list of things. And you may or may have less or more things than me. It just depends. But these are all things that have been, I visited the website for whatever reason, and I blocked it because I did not want that notification. However, under allow, these are all things that I have allowed. So what you want to do is you want to look through your allowed list and look through all of them. what notifications are you getting and do you want them? Very likely there's a bunch on here that you want to get rid of. So I'm going to leave all my Google stuff. I'm happy with that. These are all things that I don't mind. Now this web push book here, I'm actually going to get rid of. That's the example that I was using earlier. I don't want that anymore. I'm going to click it, and you could block it. I'm not going to block it. I'm going to, yeah, actually I am. You could block it or remove it, either one. So I'm just going to remove it. All these others are okay for me. Here's KOCO. I'm actually going to get rid of that. I don't want notifications from that. Here's my MB action that I just added. That's brand new. Here's one called T3, and this was just something I randomly looked up the other day. It was something about some athletic thing, but anyway, I'm gonna block this one. So what that does is it doesn't remove it, but it throws it up here into the block area. So now it's being blocked. It won't ask you. So anyway, continue to look through that list, remove things, block things that you may not want, and then you're done. That's all. That's all it takes. You're completely through. You will no longer get notifications from those sites. Now we need to do the same thing in Firefox because a lot of you use multiple browsers, and if you use Firefox, here's how to do it in Firefox. Again, those 3 lines. Choose options. Notice that the phrasing is very similar. It's just that the locations are slightly different, but privacy and security, again, is the choice. And then we want to scroll down just a little bit to an area called permissions. And here's that area. And now you see notifications, choose settings. And there you go. Now then you get the same list. Notice that I don't use this browser as often, so I have less notifications, but you can see here's that T3 that I mentioned earlier, and here's the MB action that I just added in the example. I'm going to take the T3 and I'm going to block it. I'm going to save my changes and I'm done. That is it. So in a nutshell, that shows you how to remove notifications that you're getting through your browser, and it also shows you the root cause and why when you allowed that to happen and caused it to happen. So now you know the cause and the solution. Thank you.